Welcome to the Call Movement podcast. Today we have Maida joining us for a very delightful conversation about your gut.
Thank you, Leticia. Hi, Maida Kasper. You may have seen me in some of the other episodes. I'm back. We are talking about your gut today. Leticia had written a blog post. If you haven't, check it out on her site, callmovement.com, titled Your Gut is Listening. And it was inspired by a German scientist and the author of Gut, the inside story of our body's most underrated organ. Her name is Julia Enders. And so I had some questions about this post that Leticia had written, and we decided why not talk about it, because you all probably have some questions as well. So we'll learn together. My first question is, you start off by saying, why does this matter? And you go into the gut microbiome. What I want to know is, what is a microbiome? Like, what is it? I understand the guts. There's the microbiome. Can you just break that down for me?
It's very simple. It is the community of trillions of bacteria that lives inside of your gut, and that helps to control your digestion, your hormones, your mood, and your immune system, and also your sleep.
So why does it matter? Like, why should we be thinking about and focusing on our gut?
When your microbiome is healthy, everything in your body works. Everything is aligned. Everything is working properly. Your body is a little machine. And one thing is off, everything gets derailed. I read so many scientific journals. Gut health is more important than you can possibly imagine. Everything starts there.
That's so interesting. Well, it makes sense because a lot of your gut is based on what you put into your mouth. If we're talking about wellness and fitness, a lot of that centers around what you eat. So what is one of the key things that you would say we should make sure we're introducing in our diet?
Well, one thing I also want to mention that I don't want this to be dismissed is that if your body is disrupted because your gut health is not healthy, that's when you're going to start feeling your fatigue, seeing inflammation, poor sleep, and hormone imbalance. It needs to be more discussed, and we need to really understand our gut health to have a better lifestyle.
Yeah. One thing that I found very interesting in your blog post was a stat that you included, which I had never heard before. Leticia says about 95% of your serotonin is produced in your gut, not your brain. And for those of you who are not familiar, the serotonin is, I describe it as like the happy part of your brain. And so I found that eye-opening.
It is eye-opening, and again, very little discussed how important it's your gut health. Your happy self
You're happy.
is produced in your gut.
Yeah.
Another ding, ding, ding moment for you to pay attention on what are you eating. If your gut is not working properly, that's when you're going to see a lot of inflammation, disturbance in your sleep, mood swings. In fact, there are research out there that says there is a specific bacteria in your gut that is connected with depression. I'm not surprised with that, because if your serotonin is being produced in your gut, that's your happy self, that's the happy hormones. It's not surprised that some sort of depression is connected with that hormone in your gut.
Why else does this matter, and what could we do to help our gut?
Yeah, what is very important here is that you have a variety of foods that you're eating. Of course, reducing the stress around the food that we eat. That there is a lot of stress about food around us. A lot of women talk about being stressed with, like, what am I going to eat today? What is right? What is wrong? It's just so simple how to have how to feed a healthy gut. Remember when your grandma told you to eat in colors? That's it. Eat in colors. Have 20 to 30 vegetables and fruits throughout the week.
Different kinds.
Different kinds, not the same, different kinds. That's going to help your microbiome. That's going to make your microbiome rich. They're going to be hungry for that, trying to grab all those nutrients from that amazing variety of food. And eat in colors. Again, your rainbow foods. Go for the strong colors. There's Your blueberries fulfilled with antioxidants, your vitamin C, which is your carrots, oranges, and instead of green grapes, how about red grapes? They're richer in antioxidant. Pick colors that are strong because that vibrant colors tells you how rich density micronutrients those foods have on it.
That's great. What about other types of foods aside from fruits and vegetables? Are there other foods that we should be thinking about?
I want to highlight, but the star of your gut health is your fiber.
Give me examples of some high-rich fiber foods.
Well, let me just explain a little bit because fiber feeds your gut bacteria. It supports your digestion. It regulates your blood sugar. And most people don't get enough of fiber on a daily basis because every modern diet lacks whole foods. You should include fiber in every single meal that you have.
What are examples?
Eat your nuts. Eat your whole wheat bread. It has fibers. If your bread has no fiber, don't buy it. There are a lot of good breads out there that has a lot of good fibers. And your nuts and certain fruits have fibers. So there we go.
Beans.
Your beans have fiber.
Okay, so we have fruits, we have vegetables, 20 to 30 varieties a day of the vibrant color, leaning towards vibrant colors versus muted colors. We have fiber. You mentioned bread, you mentioned nuts, you mentioned beans.
Yes.
What's another food?
Fermented foods, which I'm very guilty. It's very hard for me to eat fermented foods, but they're so good for your tummy. Kimchi, yogurt, kefir.
Yeah.
Is that how we pronounce?
I think so.
Those are so good for your gut bacteria. You don't need them all, but just include them in your regular basis, if it's possible. I'm learning how to eat them. Eventually I'll get better. And another thing that I want to salad bread.
Oh yeah.
It's fermented. You make your own bread. That's precious right there. That's your fermented food. So there are many, many ways to make sure your gut is happy.
Okay. As many of us are busy,
right?
We're overwhelmed. It's easier to do DoorDash, takeout, get something ready-made. That's all probably processed, unfortunately. So for those of us who should limit eating out and have more of what you're saying, like what are some easy tips that you could give the busy average person who is not going to eat 20 to 30 fruits and vegetables a week?
You're going to a grocery store, you grab a package of a Caesar salad. Leave that Caesar salad. Grab another package of salads that has different items on it. There will be broccoli, there will be spinach, there will be lettuce, there will be radish. So just lean towards the variety. At the grocery store, there are so many bags of salad that is just not one item.
Yeah.
You can make that happen. You don't have time to prep. Get your broccoli that is already pre-cutted. Get your carrots that is already pre-cutted. Set yourself for success. Again, if you know you're limited on time, like I pick up my kids from school and take them to soccer, and then from soccer go to basketball, and then it's dinner time and it's 9 o'clock. I'm not going to be cooking my food. I'm going to go to some sort of, hopefully not fast food restaurant, but in the end of the day, any restaurant is cooking with items that we don't really see. Probably those seed oils. So I try to make a decision based on what kind of variety of food that it's being offered here. Also, when I know my kids are going to eat fast food, because that's reality, I dislike that, but we do. The next day, I try to pack their lunches with something healthier to counterbalance. We don't win every day. We try, right? We want to put that rhythm, but certain days are tougher than the others. But then the next following day, I try to put an apple or a banana or pack like cut cucumbers. Those are easy, simple solutions that does not require a huge amount of time, and we're winning.
I like that. So first off, I hope you're not eating dinner at 9 p.m. I hope the boys are not eating dinner at 9 p.m. But what you're essentially saying is just, it's your choices. You're constantly faced with a number of choices, and you could still eat out. You could still DoorDash your dinners, but instead of choosing a Caesar salad that is just romaine lettuce. Choose the spring salad that has a variety of different fruits and vegetables. So you could still eat out, but just make better choices so that you could get more of that
That's
healthy
right.
foods.
And if you're working like 40 hours a week, you're eating lunch at your desk, what kind of snacks are we talking about? You plan your day, you know you're going to be busy, you know you're going to be eating out. So maybe throughout that day, choose healthier snacks. Choose a gut healthy, happy snacks. Choose your colors. I have a rule. If there is more than 4 ingredients in a package that I'm eating, I try to ditch.
Or
That
if you
means
can't pronounce the
if you
ingredients.
exactly, if you cannot pronounce the ingredients of those foods that you are opening your package, ditch that. There is nothing good, and that's not what is going to make your gut healthy and happy. So again, get your package of carrots, your cucumbers, your broccoli, and everyone is winning.
I love that. And I felt very targeted because I'm a big snacker.
You are.
I love snacks, and I love chips.
What kind of chips are we talking about?
I've never met a chip that I don't like,
Okay.
but I love them. But I'll go for like kettle chips, like a jalapeno or salt and vinegar.
Can you balance that with some sort of fruit and vegetables on the side?
I can.
You don't sound very confident.
So what if I have fruits and vegetables for breakfast and I do want to sneak in a bag of chips every now and then?
It's all about moderation.
Okay.
You want to live a life that you feel fulfilled and not unhappy. Yes, we are educating our gut, but we all have our weakness. We try so hard to be so healthy, to do all this stuff without moderation. That's when we're turned off.
Yeah.
And you just completely give up. Moderation, balance.
Okay.
That's the key.
So have your bag of chips, but pair it with an orange.
Don't get chips.
Don't get chips.
Just make sure it's balanced.
It's balanced.
Don't
And maybe,
go off the
and
top.
to your earlier point about the salads, there are choices. Maybe there's a healthier kind of chip. I love chips. And so instead of going for the ingredients that I cannot pronounce, I'm sure if you all know of a chip brand out there that I should try, send it to us.
Let us know.
I'll try it. I will do a chip tasting in a future podcast of all the ingredients that we could pronounce.
That will be a future podcast.
Yeah. Okay. So we learned a lot about what to eat, what not to eat, how to make healthy choices when it comes to different options that you're presented with as it relates to what you actually put into your body. What else should we be doing that contributes to healthy gut?
We preach at the call movement. Movement helps digestion. Gentle movements such walking after a meal, it supports your gut mobility. It's better than taking any supplements. And we have discussed that before, that we shouldn't be eating late meals because it disrupts your sleep. So if we are able to eat a variety of food, vegetables and fruit, and not to have late dinners, that's already helping your gut and it's helping your gut mobility. So that's perfect. Move a little.
Yeah.
Gentle. You don't need to do much, but that helps a lot. Have you eaten a huge meal and then go for a walk after that?
Yes.
How did you feel about it?
Better.
It feels lighter, right?
You feel less guilty also. I feel like that's also part of it. But you're right. I feel lighter. I don't feel like, and my brain, I can actually function. I love to go on walks after I eat, actually.
So if you are able, do a gentle walk after you're done with your rich fiber nutrient food.
I love that. And that makes total sense. One thing we do as a family when the weather is nice is we'll go on a family walk after dinner, which is a good way to just spend time together and get the walk in, and then also just model healthy habits for your little ones in the household also.
That's perfect.
Yeah. Yeah. So how do I know, like, what is an indicator that I have a healthy gut? How do I even know if my gut is healthy?
Are you pooping? Are you having daily bowel movement? That's a clear signal that your gut is working. If you're having a bowel movement, aka pooping,
At least what?
at least once a day, you're winning. Pooping is regulation, it's balance, it's the foundation for your gut health. Your bowel movement means that your body is eliminating what is no longer needed. So it's the process of slowing down and getting all the toxins and hormones out of your system.
And at the end of really all this is information to help recognizing it's not going to be perfect.
Yep.
Just make the choices.
You want a rhythm over rules. You want a diversity over restriction. You want a less stress. You want to better digest, and you want to
And it is okay to have a bag of chips from time to time. You heard it here.
moderation.
Moderation.
Thank you for your time. If you enjoyed this podcast, please subscribe or follow me on Instagram. Thank you.
Thank you.